Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me, and today we're going to be taking a look at my top 5 favorite posts from our sports betting this week. I have been around the sports betting community for a while. I've been in our sports betting and our Sportsbook. They're very similar, but I find that our sports betting is a little bit more wild. You get some more of the degenerates to come out, which I'm not saying is a good thing, but it's definitely an entertaining thing. So today we're going to look at my 5 favorite posts of this week, talk through them, and just kind of open up this community a little bit. So we'll start with number 5, and this has me interested. We'll just say that. And I wasn't going to post this because I think it's a little, I don't know, it's a little unproven right now. And I kept seeing people talk about it. Everywhere I looked, it was like somebody had to slip that one, and they credited the 4-4-5 strategy. So the OP, the original poster of the 4-4-5 strategy, is Motor Accomplished 893. If you want to go look it up, he made a video explaining what he does. But basically what it entails is picking 3 games on the NFL slate and parlaying or round robining the top 4, 4, and 5 touchdown scores. So he quite literally picks the Seahawks and 49ers game, and he goes to first touchdown score, and he picks the top 4 guys to score the first touchdown, or the 4 most likely, and then he goes to the next game. In this case, the Packers-Cardinals game, and he would do the next 4, and then he'd go to the following game and do the next 5, and then he would round robin all of them, which comes out to 80 total bets when you take all the combinations. So as you can see right here, this guy did the strategy, the 4-4-5, and he wagered $1 on each one, and he ended up making a decent amount of money. Okay, now this says to pay 1080. I don't know if that's exactly what he won from it, but we do have this one right here where he did the same exact strategy. He picked these 3 games. He did the 4-4-5, taking the top 4, and top 5 first touchdown scores, all in round robins, and $1 paid $9.10. So I'm interested. Green Beans Go gives this an interested out of 10. This post, how likely is it that this continues to occur? And it's occurred a lot the past few weeks. So we'll see. It's something to keep an eye on, and it's definitely an interesting strategy. I always like when people are trying new things and trying to get an edge on these sports books. Now, of course, when you do an edge and you expose an edge and you put it in a video, it can die. So we'll see if these odds get nerfed. We'll see how the sports books handle it, but it's still a pretty interesting strategy. Number 4, we have I don't want any feet picks. Me either, bud. He says it all comes down to the Jets, and I am so scared. And I want to highlight that because I think it plays an interesting piece. So he comes up with this monster parlay. I think he picked every NFL game of the week, and he left the Monday night game. Now people are going to say this, and I'm going to say this. It's not always the best idea to add a game on a different day because it doesn't change the odds, right? If he would have left it at Cincinnati, he could have taken his profits from Cincinnati and rolled it into the Jets and had full control over it. But, that's okay. I get it. Not everyone thinks that way. It's for recreation. A $10 wager paid just under $12,000. He had a cash out option for over $4,000. And he says, update, I decided to cut and run with a huge profit, mainly because I have to work on my car and the money will help. Thanks for everyone for the suggestions. Good luck with your future bets. Here's the deal. People are going to be critical of this. People are going to say, well, that's not the plus EV way to do it. But I'm proud of him for doing this. I'm going to give it, my GMG ranking is a heart out of 10. And I think the key piece is what I've highlighted here. If you as a bettor are acknowledging that you have fear about a bet and you have the option to walk away with $4,000, he made the right choice. Okay. He didn't say it all comes down to the Jets. I love Aaron Rodgers, and by golly, Alan Lazard. I don't want feet picks, but I'd take some from Alan Lazard, right? He is not confident, and you can see it. And so because he cashed out, I'm giving this a heart out of 10. My favorite third post of the week, top 3, is Crowley Like Holy. Now, this was posted 6 days ago, so this has had some time to marinate. He is quite the opposite, right? We have the feet picks guy saying, I'm so scared, and the Crowley Like Holy. Is that supposed to rhyme? Crowley Like Holy? He says, I ain't cashing. All caps, all right? Mic drop, right? That is his attitude. And if that's his attitude, he's allowed to have that sentiment. He made a monster futures bet. Celtics to win the championship, Panthers to win the Stanley Cup, Guardians to win this year's World Series, and then San Francisco to go on to win the Super Bowl. His $5 wager is paying out $2.55 right now, and he's not cashing. All right, right now the Guardians did pull off a win last night. It is 2-1 in the series. It's not looking good for them. I don't think that they are going to go on to win this series. I think the Yankees will win this series. Everybody wants to see Yankees-Dodgers. Come on, who are we kidding? So I'm going to give this a out of 10. I know I don't think I would take it either at this price when you have this chance, but it's not my bet. It's not my decision. So good luck to him. Hopefully he can hang on. Guardians can go on to the World Series, and then we'll see what he decides to do. We'll see what the number is. Number 2, we have Football Prestigious saying, did I do good? 20 racks, 20 G-bars, 20 Granddaddy biscuits, $20,000 to win a lot of people's yearly salary. Not really, not anymore. It's probably minimum wage, $15 an hour salary. The point is, it's not just that he placed this wager, because the context matters. So I went through the comments. PSA to everyone. I didn't bet this pregame. Bet was placed in the 10th inning. I actually had 1K on the Yankees pregame and cashed out in the 10th. Okay, so not only did Buddy put a 20 grand wager down on the Guardians, he cashed out his Yankees bet. Do you understand what that means? He says, I know for a fact the Yankees are going to lose. So not only going to take a little bit of this 1K wager, I'm going to octuple, I don't even know what 20 times is. Deca down, double deca down, and I'm going to risk 20 grand. Like, not even, I'm going to risk 20 grand and I'm going to leave my Yankees bet at 1K so at least I can have a little bit back if the Yankees win. No, he's all in. He's all in. I'm giving this a out of 10. That's terrifying. Could not be me, I couldn't even imagine. My limits also wouldn't let me, but it makes me sick. Okay, and the number one post of the week, in my opinion, is this, fellas. Denver Broncos, minus 50,000 on the money line. $5 wager to win $5.01. He says, this sports betting stuff is easy. Now, the funniest thing about this to me, like, it's a funny post, right? Like just as is, just sitting here, it's funny that he does this and posts it. And the fact that it's the number one liked post of the week, right? Like, you have all these degenerates, all these guys chasing these round robin slips, chasing these touchdown slips, trying to show that they have what it takes to be a sports bettor and win all this money. And then the number one post is a $5 bet to win $5.01. But the funniest thing to me is you can flare these, right? You can tag kind of, you guys know how flares work on Reddit, okay? You can kind of categorize what the post is about. The funniest thing to me, and why I give it a funny out of 10, is, like, what would I flare this? Probably funny, right? Probably results, right? He flares it as live betting, as if, like, that's the focal point of this post. Like, dude, look, check out this live bet. Like, I get that's what it is, but, like, this is a funny post. He posted it to be funny. And the fact that he's committing to the bit so hard that he tagged it as live betting, that's great. 651 upvotes, 73 comments. Just hilarious. So thank you guys. I may do this more. I don't know. I have fun doing this. It's kind of lighthearted. I think it could bring the community together. So those are my top 5 favorite posts on our sports betting this week. Let me know what you guys think, and we will see you next week.